All right, so we live. Um, what's going on, fam? It's the entertainer, motivator, educator, Lucky Murray, back with a live video right
Back
now.
with a
So I am live. I was looking at. Let me. Do I need to turn this off? Excuse me for the lights, man. This is the first time I went live in a while. I got to get some stuff set up, but thank you guys for watching. This is the Lucky Murray podcast where I'm just kind of talking about a few things. I wanted to kind of go live a lot more, but before I do, man, here's what I need you to do. I need you one of three things. One, if you haven't joined the Patreon, join the Patreon. They help support the channel a whole bunch. Thank you to my Patreons that help support me along the way. I'm going to try to start doing these a lot more often, at least once a week. So go to patreon.com/Lucky Murray. Link will be in the description below. Also, man, what you want to do is while I'm pulling up my situation, buy the merch, man. The merch is in the link below. Please support that. If you can't do that, man, like the video. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell to let you know every time I drop a video. Three, share the video helps out a ton. So let's get into this, man. If you got anything you want to talk about, please let us up in the chat. We will discuss it. But I'm not gonna go live for a long time because I want to talk about a few things. And the first thing that I want to talk about is the fact that Carolina is moving up in the recruiting rankings right now. I said top 25 when I was doing the video. I possibly said it wrong. And we're not top 25. We're almost like 20. Yeah, John. Go Gamecocks, man. I love the Gamecocks. Well, right now we are around 29th, and I want to pull that up real quick. I was trying to go through OBS and I had everything set up, but I don't here, and the situation is not working. But if you look at the recruits that we had, we just got a recruit from Florida. Uh, gosh, it's Robinson, 4-star recruit, and we're getting a few other guys. So right now we're top 20, top 30. We have, I think we're number 6 when it comes to the national rankings. So if y'all bear with me real quick, let me type this up real quick. I'm looking at my Mac right here. Gamecocks, class, football class. So I want to kind of talk a little bit about could we make it in the top 25, 15 this year in recruiting? So how do I think USC would do this year? Here's my thing. I think we're a 9-win team, and here's why. And I said this in plenty of videos, but I'm yeah. Jaden Robinson. There we go. I'm gonna say we're gonna be a 9-win team. And let me pull up the schedule real quick, and I'm gonna tell y'all exactly where I think we can win and that we can lose. So as I pull up the schedule real quick, I think Antoine Wells and I think that Spencer Rattler are going to be an amazing hookup. I think that that's going to be something that is going to be. I think Antoine Wells is probably going to be 1,000-yard receiver, and I think that Spencer Rattler is a dark horse for the Heisman. I think our defense was really good last year. The thing is that we did not do the offense any favors. Excuse me, the offense that did not do the defense any favors. I said favors. By putting us in terrible position to defend the field. It was always like on a 40-yard line. They had a short field in front of us. Defenses will get tired. But as far as yards went, I don't have the numbers in front of me. We actually had stopped a lot of teams when it came to the numbers that we put up. So if you look at that, man, I truly believe that we're a 9-win team. So we're gonna break this down real quick. This is 2023. Hold on. Hold on. It's not the 2020. Oh, the 2022. My bad, guys. I'm looking at the 2023 schedule. I said I know the first game is not North Carolina. No, it's not North Carolina. I think our first game is Georgia State, right? So I'm gonna break it down real quick. I think I'm gonna do a in-depth breakdown. Maybe on Patreon. I don't know. I don't know. I like that you're rocking with me right now, man. There's 6 people that's rocking with me. Hey, I love that. So next time when I do this, I have this thing pulled up and I can kind of talk to y'all from right here. But as my internet goes in and I'm trying to pull it up, 9 wins. The first game I know for certain is Georgia State. If you look at Georgia State, that should be a win. If my computer pulls up, should be a win. Sean Elliott's coming back to Willie B as the head coach for the Georgia State. I think they're the Tigers. Yeah, I think they're the Tigers. They're the Tigers, right? That should be a win. I like that game. The second game is Arkansas, right? When you look at Arkansas, that's a tough one because Arkansas last year didn't they win 8 9 games, guys? If I'm not mistaken, I think no, but I think it's a winnable game. And to me, it really seems and depends on Corral. He was a DB for Georgia. He was a DB for Georgia, and I think that's the one reason why he left Georgia because he really wanted to play running back. And he's a running back with us with Carolina, but that running back room is kind of sick. We got Juju Wells and we got Marshawn Lloyd, who's going to get the bulk of the carries. We also got Christian Smith Bill. Those are three backs right there. So if you look at, I think that Juju Smith is his second year. Marshawn Lloyd, this is his third year. If he doesn't go pro after this year, but still, okay. Arkansas did win 9. So when it comes to that September 10th game, to me that's a toss-up because I really want to see how offense plays against Georgia State and kind of clicks. I think we can win that game, but Arkansas is no joke. So I think that really depends on how we come out that second game of the season. So to me, I want to say 2. That's 2 wins right there. The third game is against Georgia. That's a really, really tough game. And Gamecock fans, I know you guys are like, all right, can we beat Georgia? I want to say yes. The homer in me wants to say yes. I want to beat Georgia really bad. And we did upset Georgia a few years ago when we took them in Athens and beat them in that field goal. What game was that? 2018? 2019? I remember I was in the hotel room watching that game. I jumped up and down. I was in Georgia at the time, right? But if you look at that game realistically, that's a loss. So that's 2-1. Charlotte, that's a win. South Carolina State, that's a win. So it looks like we can go 4-1 or 3-2. Yes. So yeah, SC State, Kentucky, A&M, Mizzou, Vandy. So with that Kentucky game, Kentucky had our number for years. And I think last year we should have beat Kentucky. I think that's the game that, if memory serves me correct, was that the game when we was going back and forth from no Luke starting or was gosh, I remember that game and gosh, the season was such a blur. But I think that we owe Kentucky. Yeah. I think that we're gonna get Kentucky this year. So I think that 4-1 with the loss to Georgia. I think 5-1 we beating Kentucky. Texas A&M. Yeah, what's going on? What's going on? I'm trying to do the lives more at night because my internet's a lot more stable. Because I got everything that's pulling and streams. It takes a lot to do it, so I'm trying to do more lives. But what we're talking about right now, we're talking about the schedule. I think we're gonna win 9 games. Right now, we at Texas A&M. Do y'all think that we're gonna beat Texas A&M? That's a game. That's a tough game too. I don't think we'll beat Texas A&M. I think they're one of the teams. Kentucky got smart, used their running game because we didn't have depth. They barely beat us. Yeah, exactly. It was a really close game. I think under 20 points, and should have won that game. We could actually won 8 games and shit. But I think we could beat Kentucky. Don't think we could beat Texas A&M. Missouri is a dumpster fire. We should be able to beat Missouri. Vanderbilt the same way. So if you look right now, we are 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Florida, we can beat Florida. Florida is doo doo. Florida is doo doo. And the reason why I say they're doo doo, not because they suck, but because their program is turmoil. And we beat them last year. And I think that momentum is going to be heavy. And plus, we got Spencer Rattler, right? I think that if we beat Kentucky, we're beating Florida. We're beating Florida. beating Tennessee. And then the game that's going to be very interesting, guys, is the November 26th contest against Clemson, right? I am not saying that we are going to beat Clemson, but Clemson is not the Clemson that everybody expected them to be. The ACC is down, and Clemson doesn't have an answer at quarterback, and the offensive line is not as great as it used to be. And they're not getting the players that they normally would get. Yes, A&M that's going to be a tough game. I don't think we'll beat A&M, but I still see us with 9 wins, right? We can beat Clemson. The only teams that I do not think that we can win, Georgia, Texas A&M, right? I think Arkansas may be a loss as well. But even if you do Arkansas, Georgia, Texas A&M, we win everything else. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 9 and 3. 9 and 3, guys, with a chance to go 10 wins in your second season at South Carolina, where we only won 3 games the previous 2 years before Shane Beamer's first year as head coach. Listen to me. We'll beat A&M soon. Let's call and wait till get done. I think we could. I think we could beat Texas A&M. But listen, 9 wins. If Spencer Rattler is going to do what he said he's going to do in the height that built with him coming from Oklahoma to South Carolina, I think that he elevates us at least 3 more wins. They do, but here's the thing with the Clemson game last year. It wasn't okay. Last year, I knew that we weren't going to beat Clemson last year. I just knew it. They still was head over heels above us, and they still may be. I'm not even going to flex on Clemson, but I do think that the upgrade at quarterback can mean something and can help us swing this rivalry around. We lost to Clemson the last 6, 7 years. Yes. I think that's 9 and 3. I'm looking at 9 and 3 with a chance to go to a New Year's Day bowl. I'm not talking about the Big 6 bowl. But think about this. If we win 9 or at least 10 wins, we get to 10 wins. Mark my words. And I know this is a hot take, but mark my words that Spencer Rattler will be in the running for the Heisman. If we win 10 games, he's probably going to win the Heisman. Think about this. Heisman's are always about storylines, people. So imagine he gets benched at Oklahoma by Caleb Williams, which is now at USC, right? He was supposed to be the savior, the number 1 quarterback in the nation. He was supposed to be the top number 1 quarterback in this year's class. But because he went to South Carolina, that's a redemption story. And the South Carolina Gamecocks only won 7 games last year. So they're thinking that was a fluke season. He comes in, be the savior. He will go to New York. Oh, so that changes everything. Yeah, that changes everything. Okay, John. We are at home against Clemson, Arkansas, and Georgia. We're going to talk about that in a few seconds about Clemson joining the SEC. But you know what? That Arkansas game is and will it be? I put my money on South Carolina. Come on, listen, guys. Y'all understand? Listen, I'm gonna try to at least go to 1 or 2 games, and I'm gonna vlog about it on the channel. But listen here, people. Think about this for a second. Arkansas, in front of 80,000 plus fans at William B. And they got the new lights. Y'all see the new lights that it flickers and it changes colors? And A&M too. Ooh, listen, man, things change. I think we're going to get a win at William B. that we're not supposed to. So we got Arkansas, we got Texas A&M. That crowd, y'all got me, man, listen, y'all got me really excited. The Clemson, I'm not afraid of Clemson in the road at Williams at Death Valley. It's not. I mean, it's going to be a hostile environment, but if Clemson is not the Clemson of old, and we start rolling, I think that we can beat them. But here's the thing: I still see 9 wins for the Gamecocks. So, who asked me that? So do you want Clemson to join the SEC? Here's the thing. I wanted to talk about alignment. I did a video about it. And guys, you guys, if I do videos like broader college football videos, it's not because I'm trying to not talk about the Gamecocks. Gamecocks are always number one. But I'm trying to get the YouTube algorithm to kind of help me expand my channel so I can get more and more views so that we can do a lot more things. But I talked about this. Y'all know that USC and UCLA, the fake USC, y'all already know, Carolina fans, the real USC is South Carolina, right? The fake USC, which is Southern California, them and UCLA joined the Big Ten, which I didn't know the Big Ten was rolling like that. So now the SEC is like, oh my God, what are we going to do? And they're trying to they added Texas and Oklahoma. Texas I can see because people forget that Texas is still the South, it's the deep South, but it's still the South. Oklahoma's like, I guess. Now it's like, do you want Clemson in? And my question is this. I want the best to be able to play. And if Clemson is in the SEC, I think that they would only help us with playing the best, and we don't have to worry about what happened the COVID year where we couldn't play Clemson because of reasons. And the pandemic was different. But if we can lock in our rivalry, and guys, I don't think Clemson will be Clemson much longer. Yes, okay, man. Sperrier showed it's possible, but Beamer got it dialed in, especially with these kids. Most seem to be mature ones at that. That's half of the battle with the mentality. I'm with you to beat Arkansas. Yeah. So listen, Clemson, bring it on. Bring it on. And here's why. Because it's going to be two top conferences in there, right? It's going to be the Big Ten. It's going to be SEC. And for Clemson's sake, they need to jump ship because the ACC is going to be like what's that conference? The ACC, the American Conference. They're going to be like what? The Conference USA, the Big 12. They're going to be left in the dust. So I'm like this. If the ACC is going to go down, they're going to probably be. It's going to be the Big Ten is going to be the SEC. The Big Ten is everybody's going to be right here. And somebody said that expansion would be bad for Carolina. I don't think that. So here's what I think. I think that these conferences will here's what my vision would be. Both of these conferences will run like the NFL, where you will play each other and you have some non-conference schedules. But the playoffs will be within the conferences, right? And the winner of the conferences will probably play in like a bigger championship or whatever. I don't see where playing the best will hurt South Carolina, right? I don't see where Clemson coming in there will hurt us. So I would want Clemson to come into the SEC. The last game that I love my boys to death, but L when it's B. We won our last game. I think we can pull out one though. I love my boys to death, but L's would be to Tennessee. What? Tennessee, A&M, and South Carolina State. Yeah, look what they did before even getting rolling. Second season might exceed y'all. My man said we're gonna lose to SC State. Yeah, if you're confident, hey. Listen, man. I think hey, no, I got you, Ricky. Here's my thing, right? I think that here's the thing that I like about South Carolina and what I like what Shane Beamer is doing, right? I'll break it down real quick, guys, because I don't get to talk to you guys like this all the time because of the simple fact that I'm mostly doing videos, right? I'm mostly talking maybe 5-minute clips, and I don't really get to speak Gamecock, right? So it takes a Gamecock to know a Gamecock, real, recognize real. So let's break it down real quick. Guys, do you see what Shane Beamer doing in year 2 as far as recruiting? Do you see what Shane Beamer is doing as far as the social media game? Y'all need to peep this, right? I was watching Clemson on their rise. Oh man, come on, man. Tennessee, listen, man. Tennessee, I'm telling y'all, 9 wins. Stop sleeping on the Gamecocks. Anyway, notice how South Carolina is killing it in the social media game through welcome home tweets. Who do you see in the college football realm that's holding down the social media fort? That did the Full House parody. That's doing a big old game of hide and seek. That every time somebody comes on board, welcome home. That you know what I'm saying? That's doing that at that level. So my question is, listen, last year I think we was right under the 20. I think it was like 20. I think we was in the top 25 in recruiting. This year, I proclaim that we're going to be in top 25, not top 15, excuse me, top 15. I think we will. I think that I think that in recruiting, we haven't seen the big boys come in. Thank you, Gamecock Ryan. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate trying to do what I do, man. I thank you. I believe, here's what I believe, right? If we continue to do what we do, forget about class one. I think the class 2023 is going to be top 20. I say top 15 because I think there's some 5-star recruits that haven't committed yet that is looking to see what South Carolina's doing. This season right here is going to be crucial. If we win 9 games, look out class of 2024, look out class of 2025. Right now, we have 13 guys committed to South Carolina. I think we have the room for 22, so we got 8 recruits left. With that being said, here's the thing. This class is going to be, I told y'all, the Spencer Rattler and the Austin Stockner and the transfer portal guys, what they're doing is they're laying the foundation for what is going to be an amazing program shift, guys. Think about how Spurrier did it. I know Spurrier took some time, right? But he started getting those recruits and everything started going up. It wasn't like he came in, we started dominating. It took us like 4 or 5 years to really get up that hill. And once we was up that hill, baby, for 4 or 5 years, we was one of the best teams in the nation. South Carolina football. So with that being said, I think that overall, this is possibly going to be a great season, man. And I'm looking forward to it, guys. I really am. I'm extremely excited when I look at South Carolina, when I look at what Shane Beamer is doing, how he speaks about the program. Man, Shane Beamer makes you want to run across a wall when he speaks. He's that passionate. I'm a passionate guy. Don't get me wrong. But I've been following the Gamecocks guys since the 2000s, right? I remember in 6th grade, and I'm dating myself. I remember when we tore down a goalpost, beating New Mexico State and breaking the longest losing streak. So, hold up, Rick. Let me see what you got. I know we're not here talking about Clemson, but what folks need to realize is that Clemson had to play 4 quarters of football for years. Most of their games were over and put them in the SEC and they will have to play full. Beamer is selling the we just getting started. Come help build it, and it's working exactly. That's when death helped. Exactly. I agree with this one. Let's touch on Clemson real quick, guys. I agree with John 100%. The ACC is JV football, baby. I said it before, and I stand on what I said. JV football, ACC. Now, again, they have been able to take that formula and they have been able to run with it, and they haven't been able to play with the big guys. Got 2 championships from it. You can't knock them. You can't knock them. Right? You got your 2 ships. Okay, whatever. But you playing in a whack conference. But notice what happened when that competition started going up. They haven't beaten Ohio State, haven't beaten Alabama. You know, they've been losing in the first round. This past year didn't even make it to the champion, to the playoffs. So yes, I think in the next 2 years, Clemson and Florida will probably be in the SEC, unless Clemson goes down and they become Buttville, and then the SEC will not even extend an offer to Clemson. Because why would you have the team that you need from South Carolina, and that's the University of South Carolina. Why would you need Clemson? You don't. Okay, what's the media market for Clemson? Who are you trying to grab for Clemson, South Carolina? I don't know. So so I think, here's what I think. I truly believe with Clemson, baby. Y'all got me over here talking, baby. y'all got me talking. Woo! Man, listen. Yeah, exactly. And with these recruits, we got to understand too, guys. We're going to lose a lot. Some recruits because of NIL deals, right? Guys are being paid good money. Not everybody. So I don't want y'all to sit here and be like, oh, well, everybody's getting paid for NIL deals. No, that's not the case, right? There's some guys who getting paid a lot of money to do NILs. There's a lot of guys who get paid little chump change to do it, right? But I think that we're recruiting is going to work out well. And I also think about this, man. If our office, here's the big kicker. And that's true. The SEC, man, is the number one. Hey, listen, the SEC is just like college. It's like the NFL, best conference in the nation, right? Here's the thought that I was going to try to say real quick. I want to say this. If our offensive line can hold up and block, I'm going to say it again for the people in the back. If our offensive line can block and hold their own, and our running game can really be running, because Spencer Rattler can run. Juju McDowell, Marshawn Lloyd, and you got Christian Smith-Bill, third down back, big boy from Wake Forest, led them in rushing. You got Juice Wells. You also got DK Joyner. And I'm not saying DK Joyner is going to be the greatest, running back / gadget player. Y'all see what he did in the Mayo Bowl. And y'all forget about Josh Vann. Which is not a number one. But if like last year, teams would double team Josh Vann because they knew who else was going to come. And then we're not mentioning our tight ends. Jaheim Bell. We got Austin Stagner. Come on now. And don't talk about the backup quarterbacks that's behind Spencer Rattler. Give our program 1 year. And the depth is going to be amazing. If you haven't liked the video, man, please like that video, man. Hit the like button. That helps a lot, man. That allows YouTube to know that people like Lucky Murray. But here's the thing that I'm going to say. And I got to say it the way I say it. Okay, so Arkansas is at home too. So yeah. Here's what I'm going to say. South Carolina's in good shape. Don't be surprised in December if Spencer Rattler is going to New York. Don't be surprised if Juice Wells is probably one of the top wide receivers in the country. Is he going to be the top? No. But for me, when I watched the spring game, him and Spencer Rattler seem like they got a good connection going on. Austin Stagner look like a big boy that he could catch the ball too as a tight end. Jaheim Bell, people forget about him. He was a playmaker for years. So, I enjoy this because I understand that when you're this talking season, guys. So you got to understand when it's talking season, we're just talking. But it is scary, guys, to see what can happen if the South Carolina Gamecocks gets rolling, really rolling. And listen, I was so shocked. Listen what we did with North Carolina. They did not give us a chance to beat North Carolina. We was an underdog against North Carolina. Why? Because Matt Brown beat us a few years ago, and they had talent, right? hit the smash button, man. Like the video. If you like the content, man, please hit the like button, man. It helps out. And also share. Helps out. Anyway, guess what? Guess what happened? Luke Doty was hurt. And also, gosh, the quarterback. Gosh, the quarterback. I forgot the quarterback name that we had last year. Dang it. It's in my brain. Right now, I can't get it. I can't get it. Gosh, he came from North Dakota. Somebody write the comment down, the quarterback I'm thinking about real quick. I know the quarterback name in my head. I just, oh gosh. But Zeb Nolan, there we go. Zeb Nolan can't play because he was injured. And we had Jason Brown. Remember that, guys? That was a conversation. Jason Brown should take over the starting quarterback at South Carolina. I remember that. I remember talking about that too. He did well throughout. So what's the floor? I think I want to say 8 wins, 7-8 wins. I think 7-8 wins is probably. I want to say the floor is. I think 7 wins is the floor. You know what I'm saying? We go 7-6 again, but I think to me, to be honest, 8 wins. I think we can do 8 wins. 8 wins. The 9 win is like the medium number. The ceiling is I think 10 wins. I think 10 wins. I think that that's the thing right now. I don't like doing predictions because predictions is so many things that you got to kind of like figure out. But this is where I'm at right now. So here's the situation, guys. I think we're okay. I think we're okay, man. I think that we're gonna be good. And like with the reports going on with this expansion, I'm trying to see. Excuse me. I'm trying to see who's in the Big Ten. Now the question that a lot of people been talking about was, what is Notre Dame gonna be doing? I think Notre Dame is they can do whatever they want to do. I know they come to the SEC. Hey, Notre Dame can do whatever they want to do. They can join the ACC. But listen, nobody want that smoke with the SEC, man. And the Big Ten, yeah, the Big Ten is getting all these teams. But where has USC ever been relevant since the 2000s? Since I was in high school, that's when it was relevant. Since Reggie Bush, Matt Leinart, a couple years when they had John David Booty or Booty. What is his name? I think it was John David Booty. They haven't really been that successful. Yeah. Ooh, Georgia. Listen, I want us to beat Georgia. And we thought, listen, guys, if we beat Georgia, and we beat them dogs. Listen, y'all thought it was crazy when we beat Alabama in 2010, when Alabama was the number 1 team in the nation. Y'all remember that? I do, because after the game, me and my homeboys went down to 5 Points when I used to stay down in Columbia. Born and raised in Columbia, South Carolina. Oakland High School, class of 2007. Ooh, y'all got me so excited. God, but I got to wrap up, guys, because I had y'all here for 30 minutes, and y'all been rocking with me, man. Thank y'all for liking the video. Thank y'all for commenting. Yeah, I think I'm going to do these once a week and, put it out as a podcast. So if you like what you listen to, man, please, like the video, share it as well. Also join the Patreon if you want more content, if you want to help support the channel, that's the way to go. And also, man, thank y'all so much for joining me, man. I think I'm gonna do these. So look out for the community tabs. I think I'm gonna do these at night once a week. It's probably gonna be at 9:30. Yeah, I will, man. But once again, guys, thank you, Gamecock Ryan. It's the entertainer, the motivator, the educator, and please don't forget all 3. Lucky Murray back with another Gamecock News update. Yes, this is live. I'm live, people. As you can see, I'm in front of my yard. We just did some discussion, man. Thank y'all so much for allowing me to come brace the microphone with you guys watch the replay. Thank you so much. And looking forward to doing these next week. But like always, uh-oh, there we go. Until next time, people.